Wait, that's kind of sick. It looks like it's floating or something. This is a really cool board, actually. But it's gonna be a fun little keyboard today. So Dankeebs is one of the vendors for this product. They're one of our sponsors, and they asked if we can take a look at this today. Technically, it's a sponsored build. Obviously, it's not gonna stop me from, saying my piece about this. Never has, never will. So Haver, be prepared. So this is already live. The GB started on the 1st, by the way. Price point is gonna be a little higher for this, by the way, guys. It's about $450. But there's a lot of awesome colors. I don't know what color we got today, but the colors that interest me the most, there's names to all these things, but I'm just gonna tell you guys the colors. The green, the silver, and then they also have a really nice burgundy, beautiful purple, a nice pink color, yellow coat, which is beautiful too. But this is a premium keyboard. It's gonna be a split keyboard. You guys will see it has a lot of interesting things, a lot in the box as well, so you guys will see. All right, let's take a look. So again, this is a split board with a lot of fun, more premium things going on for it, which is pretty cool. Ooh, we got a silver one in to show you guys. Ooh, polycarbonate bottom? I was wondering why this was a bit light. Oh, this is nice. That's pretty. Yeah. So this is gonna have like a fixed kind of Limo connector in it too. Like I said, it's on the higher side of price points. I don't foresee this keyboard being for everyone. This is probably gonna be more of a niche project, but there's a lot of fun things in this board. Ooh. Magnetic lock on that. Very cool. So those are the magnets on this. Clink, yeah. This is super cool. It's got 2 knobs. Yeah, there's a lot in the box. So this is the keyboard here. Again, you can see where the Limo connectors would go. So those are the Limos, and this would be the USB-Cs. We got cable. I see there's orange on there. More cables. Before we unbox it, let me tell you guys what's actually in the box. Kit contents, here we go. It's a long list, you ready for this? You get the keyboard case, PCB and daughter board, flat flexible cables for the daughter boards, Limo connectors, an FR4 plate, you get pour-on plate gaskets, you get pour-on switch pads, you get magnets, you get knobs, all the things that would go with knobs. And actually, yeah, that's a great question. Is this a genuine Limo cable? Oh, it's a FIMO cable? I would list that. Oh, Limo compatible. I see what you guys did there. So Limo compatible stuff. So this is not a real Limo connector. Sneaky, a little sneaky. Friction fit silicone, so you get a lot of different ways you can mount this. Silicone grommets, grommet screws, daughter board screws, and screws. You get a lot of screws, and then you get the tools, plate standoffs, and a carrying case. A lot of stuff in the box. Actually, it would make sense if these were not real Limos. Real Limos would be like $100 each. And yeah, it would be like $550 with real ones. And here is the PCB. Oh, you put little instructions on this. There you guys go. In case you guys wanted to see. And we have our aluminum plates here. We got some relief cuts around the edges, which is fun. Some countersunk screws for standoffs, which I don't think we're gonna install today because we're not using a hot swap keyboard. We're soldering this in. Oh, 2 different plates, which is kind of fun actually. I don't know if that was intentional. Oh no, there's the other plate right here. Do you guys wanna do aluminum or carbon fiber? I get it. Everyone wants to do aluminum. We'll do aluminum. We'll do carbon fiber, okay? We'll do carbon fiber. All the rest of the stuff in the box here. It's not even it, there's more. A crazy amount of different foams and whatnot. We're probably not gonna use any of this today, but just to show you guys it's in the box and it's pretty wild. Like there's a lot of stuff inside here. Everything that you would expect to come with a premium kit comes with this kit. Screws, oh, these are pretty colors. Gaskets, the Limo thingies. I think my only suggestion right now to you, Haver, I would personally, just to cover your guys' asses, not use the word Limo anywhere. Take out all the words for Limo. I would just say right and left connector. Putting branding on things that's not the right brand and stuff can sometimes land you in trouble. So I would probably take those things off. Nice little cable. Feels very premium with these type of things. All right, let's see what we need to do. We don't need standoffs though, right? I don't need to put standoffs. Is that optional? Though optional if you're using a softer plate. Okay, it does say it's optional, so we're not gonna use it. Oh, it says optional right here too. This is actually a really nice build guide. Place the switch pad foam onto the PCB, so that's optional, and then put the plate gasket foam, which is not optional. I guess actually let's break apart this PCB first before I put the foam in. Always a bit nerve-wracking doing this, by the way. We're doing split left, yeah. We got some foam now. And I think everyone voted carbon fiber today. Nice touch. Should help a little bit with the top mount there, which is really cool. All right, let's pop in our switches. I'm gonna be using HMX switches today. We're gonna be using these ones here. I believe these are the Mecha ones. I believe that's what these are called. Eva, yeah, sorry, I said Mecha. I think these would make a nice little pairing for this. They're a smidge deeper. than some of the other HMX switches, which I think is nice. These are nice, quite deep compared to the other HMX offerings. Yeah, that's why I was thinking tonight might be a great option, especially with the plate options we have today. Whew, all right, let me see what's next on the to-do list here. Here's the PCB all put together, looking really nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mount the plate in PCB assembly. So you could do the 78 grommets. Teja did 50. Okay, honestly, I kind of like firmer grommets anyways, so that works out for me. Yeah, it's really thick PC. Like when you really look at this, like that's a big chunk of polycarbonate. All right, let's do one at a time here. So let's see how to install these grommets. Flip the aluminum chassis upside down and place the PCB assembly into each. It looks like the thicker part goes on the bottom. Okay, so let's grab our PCB. Okay, so these are installed. The next thing we need to do is daughter boards and stuff, so let's do that too. Let's grab this one, and I'm not too sure if there's alignment with these, so we'll have to use this one for this side. And I like this actually, just like that. Okay, I gotta admit the ribbon cables for these were incredibly easy to put in here. And then I think they want us to install the cable downwards like this. I like the installation of this, the grommets here. This is quite unique. This feels very intentional and I really like it. I like the design on that. They kind of act as a little buffer so you get a little bit of room above the screw head. I also really like how these little grommets kind of act as like a little alignment going on too, which is cool too. I like that a lot. A lot of good use case for this. Very, very smart. Ribbon cables sitting pretty good here. These were a little bit easier to insert. I think these ribbon cables were made a little bit more thicker, so they kind of actually sat in the case, or I guess in their little slot. So good on that. Yeah, normally I'm not a big fan of ribbon cables. Here though, I understand why you need them. I've always understood why you'd need ribbon cables, but these felt good to install. Like it wasn't overly difficult. I didn't struggle with it. Thick boys to help carry more current for the USB. That makes sense then. Next, we're gonna do assembling the case. Oh, I guess we have to do the connectors and this stuff here too. So let's grab the connectors. Is there an orientation to these? Does it matter which side we put these in? Oh, I'm guessing these are kind of already pre-done for that. A while since I've installed one of these, but if I remember correctly, we gotta take this off. I've done boards like this in the past. This is actually not the first time I've installed one of these. Both will work on both sides, but they're pre-bent. Oh, I see. Yeah, I figured as much. So now we just gotta put this in. Can I share why this makes me a little bit nervous putting this in? The cable is putting a little bit of pressure on the connector and making it angle slightly down. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, here's a good angle of it. So it's making me a smidge nervous that this has the potential to snap. Hell, you can even see that it's a little bit curved, or I guess a little bit on an angle now that we plugged it in. Maybe these just needed to be bent a smidge more. Yeah, it does seem like there's some tension there. A lot hardier. Okay, if you're saying these don't have a chance of potentially being damaged, then I'm gonna trust you on that. For anyone doing this in the future, if you're watching this, maybe I think the trick, because now it's like nice and straight. See, now it's like straightened up. I think you just gotta bend this a smidge more because or else this cable puts a lot of tension on this connector. I feel better doing it like this by just bending it a smidge bit more. All right, I think that's all we need to do for this. I don't think there's anything else. I think we can connect it. Are limos for connecting one side to the other? Yes. It's gonna look quite elegant with that being done to it. Other than that, it's kind of a no frills board otherwise. Like you get this really big block of polycarbonate, a pretty standard shell with some more premium features, I guess. I really like all the alignment here. This looks great. Slide the O-ring into the groove of each knob mount. So we just put it here. O-ring goes on the knob mount piece. Oh, am I putting it wrong, Haver? Oh, it slides on here. I see. There's a little groove that goes on this side. I think maybe for the build guide, obviously a build guide's great that you even included one. Maybe include some sort of illustration for some of this stuff too. So it just kind of hooks on over here. Okay, good to know, good to know. Cool. Actually, that was pretty painless. That feels pretty secure on there. I like that. This is already looking fantastic. I'm gonna snap this together. Ooh, that is satisfying. Very impressive how flush those lines are. Yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously the lines, the seam is still visible there, but it's pretty flush. Is there room to shift? There's a smidge of shifting, but you can barely even see that when I purposely shift it out of there. The bezels look nice. I agree. The bezels look great here. So the way this would talk to each other is you're gonna connect it via these connectors in the back. So these circle ones. So we're just gonna actually plug these in now. And the dot would go aligned up with this dot here. So that just gets plugged in. Move these around, comes a bit of a longer cable for that exact reason. Ooh. Okay, the RGB is kind of moving a little fast, but that is cool looking. Yeah, I got the RGB going on there. Oh, that's pretty. Based right side USB. It just makes more sense on my setup. Let's use this and let's just hope to God we have the spacebar. I mean, we should have everything for it. Okay, I'm gonna need to cheat with this a little bit. I think this goes here. That looks pretty good. Here's the board. Ooh, this does look real good with this. The thick bezels really make this pop. I think this really works for even just putting artisans on the macro column over here. You can even see some of the faint glow. Oh, that looks really cool with the glow from the blue over here. Wait, that's kind of sick. Actually, how does it look with the green? Not as good with the green, but the blue is kind of wicked. It looks like it's floating or something. This is a really cool board, actually. And you can just bring them together here. Actually, you can see some of the LED kind of pop through the bottom over here too. So I guess let's try like this first, getting with our split spacebar. A little summary of everything. Obviously, Haver's well aware. We had a bunch of plate snags and PCB snags on the left side over here. Those absolutely need to get fixed before the group buys ship out. I think they will. Haver seems like he's on top of it. Other than that, there wasn't really anything major about the board that I would say is detrimental to the end product. Everything assembled pretty smoothly. Everything was fun to assemble. Like there was no hang-ups on assembly at all, and I appreciate that. I think that's one of the more important things that you can do. Plate file, obviously, PCB, obviously, but let's see what this is gonna sound like. We'll do together first, and then we'll split it up. So HMX switches, these are the EVA ones on a carbon fiber plate. This is a little ISO, definitely throwing me off. You're not going to get the typical spacebar because it is a shorter spacebar. So that's already there. A bit more of a subdued sound. I'm going to say it's because of the necessary foam that has to go between the plate and the PCB. It's not a bad sound. I would love to see Haver explore the option of potentially half plate foam or foam cutouts that leave the alphas blank when we split it up. And then on the desk, not a big difference. This is nice. Again, I think the sound profile might not be everyone's cup of tea, being completely honest, but I think for this particular split project, I think the sound is really nice. I, again, would like to see it with the no foam in between. That would be kind of nice. The magnets worked. Everything looks cool about this. We have the back side of the board, which has these FEMO connectors here. So let's see what that front height is. Yeah, about 20 mil, a little smidge under 20. Overall, I like it. I can see who this is gonna be for. I think this project turned out really fucking dope, and I hope people end up buying this keyboard. Try plugging in your phone to the other side. What happens if I plug my phone in? Yeah, it's charging now, cool. All right, this is a cool project. I hope people appreciate this. I hope this finds the right audience for this. Here's that side profile with the LED turned on. It's a thick piece of polycarbonate. It gets some pretty good diffusion going on there. Had me sold with the emerald option. Yeah, there's some really cool colors for this too. Take care, everybody. See ya, and have a good night. This is nice.